How's that buckfast, mate?
It's good. I like it.
Cheers, man. Thanks for coming down today.
Thank you for having me.
Are you ready to do this?
100%.
Are we going to do this?
Definitely.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
Hey, I'm trying to live until I die. Come connect, you know it's a lewd state of mind. Yeah. Talking traveling, if you wanna fly. Fitness and finance, living a better life. Keep it raw, no filter. Living with no limit. Thank you for tuning in. Come on, let's get it.
Johno, Joe. They call you Joe.
Yeah.
Mate, thanks for coming down today. It's really good to have you.
No worries.
Now, for those that aren't familiar with you, you're actually one of the models for our lured merchandise. You're featured pretty heavily on our website.
Yeah.
You big stunning dude. Look at you.
Oh,
hey?
what can I say?
And of course, you're a boxer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Not
Yes, I
first and foremost. First and foremost, you're a proud Samoan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're very proud. Yeah.
So let's start from the start.
Yep.
Where were you born?
I was born in New Zealand, Middlemore Hospital, Mangere.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old are you, mate? You're only like 22, 23?
Wish. I wish 21. No.
21?
No,
Mate,
35.
you're looking pretty good, bro.
Yeah, no, I wish. 35.
35,
yeah,
mate.
Yeah.
Mate, you're in stunning form
Yeah,
too.
thank you.
And you've just come off another win.
Yeah, just came off another win on Friday.
Wow.
Second round.
TKO in the second round,
Second round TKO, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
We'll talk more about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But as I said, you're a proud Samoan,
Yeah.
but you've never been to Samoa.
Never been.
Wow.
Never been.
How does that work?
I have no idea. No idea. Growing up, probably wasn't enough money, you know what I mean, to go.
Yeah. Well,
back
look,
there,
it's not cheap, is it?
No.
You know? It's not cheap. But yeah, it seems strange. Is it something that you want to do? Is it like, is there a need to get home to see your roots and to obviously you've got extended family back there, correct?
Yeah, heaps.
Yeah. How big's the family?
It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
That's not unusual for Samoan families, though, is it?
No. It's not. But yeah, there's a lot of family involved.
How many siblings? How many you got, brothers and sisters?
I've got one brother, one sister.
Yep. Older or younger?
Older. I've got a half brother as well and a half sister as well.
Yep.
So,
Cool.
Yeah.
And they're here in Australia?
No, I've got two in New Zealand, one's in Sydney, and one's here with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up in NZ?
It was cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was
What
cool.
are your earliest memories?
Earliest memories, getting hidings.
Getting high.
Yeah, getting
What,
hidings.
from your parents? Or
Yeah, from dad.
Oh.
From dad. Yeah, dad. So, but yeah, I played a lot of rugby. Back at home. Just a lot of touch stuff. Street rugby.
Yep.
Street cricket. Hide and go seek. You know.
That's the typical Kiwi upbringing, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I'm a Kiwi, obviously. You know
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I grew up in Hawke's Bay.
Yeah.
Same, exactly what you're saying. That was us. That was playing cricket on the street and yelling out when a car was coming by. And
That's right.
I didn't actually play rugby until I was about 35, until I got to Australia.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I played football or soccer growing up, so I was one of those odd little white boys that didn't play rugby. But
Yeah.
it's part of being a Kiwi. It's part of your DNA, isn't it?
That's right. It really is. Yeah.
So did you play representative? Were you competitive?
No, I was. Oh, no, I didn't want to play rugby. To be
You didn't
honest.
want to play?
No, I didn't want to.
Why not?
I don't know. Well, my dad made me. And then I just grew up sort of liking the sport, and then.
Was your dad a rugby player?
He loves the game.
Yep.
He loves the game. He wasn't able to play at all, but he played like local footy and all that stuff.
Okay.
Back at home, so yeah. But he loves the sport. He loves the sport.
So your dad made you play?
Yeah,
Yeah.
made me play when I didn't want to, and then ended up sort of loving it, and then yeah, it didn't really last long.
What are we talking? We talking teenager or are we
Yeah,
talking...
teenage years. Yeah, teenager, probably 15, 16. That was it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how were your early years at school?
Early years at school was all right. A bit of a trouble little man, but yeah, also those a lot of fighting, a lot of angry stuff, and
Yeah.
I was a very angry kid.
Do you know why you're an angry kid?
No, don't know. Just sort of sort of happened. Didn't know how to control it. Bit out of control. But besides that, I was either very loving or very angry. Like I was either one completely the other way. And then,
Yeah. Well, that's
so-
the one thing that I can tell you about the Samoan people and the Samoan
Yeah.
culture, is that you're loving and you're giving.
Yeah.
And you've got, like, you're a big dude, but you're a big softy inside, aren't you?
100%.
Yeah.
100%,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, look. To be quite honest, because I've talked about it previously. I was an angry little man as well too when I was younger, and I couldn't put a finger on it. And maybe it was just testosterone, maybe it was just male aggression. But you're right. It's sometimes when you don't understand why it's happening, you can't control it. You can't put your finger on it, so you can't get it under control or manage it.
No.
Yeah. So, what did it do to you as a young man? Did it get you into trouble? Is that what you were doing? Were you just...
Yeah, it got me into a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble with teachers, with kids from school. When I'm happy, I'm happy. I'm very kind, giving, generous. When I'm angry, it just goes completely the other way.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to control it. And then got in trouble. Mum and Dad got called down and all that. And yeah.
So the school that you... what do you remember what was the school that you went to?
It was Hay Park Primary.
Yep.
Yeah, in Mount Ross School on Richardson Road.
Predominantly Marion Pacific Islander kids?
Yeah, it was very multicultural, island-based sort of thing. It was good.
So you're a large lad. Were you one of the bigger boys growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, no, back in New Zealand, this is normal size.
You're just normal size for that?
For my age back then.
Yep.
It was when I came here to Australia, I wasn't normal.
No. You found out that you weren't normal.
No, well, the kids my age are heaps smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see on the school photos, like all the kids and then me and, the same
So
thing with my brother as well.
So when did you come out to Australia?
2001.
Okay, so that's 22, 23 years ago.
Yeah.
24 years ago.
24, yeah.
So you would have been...
I was 11.
11 years old.
Yeah.
So tell me about... So 11 years... So you were still in primary school back in New Zealand. So you would have come over here and then had 1 or 2 years and then got into high school.
Yeah.
So tell me about the primary school days. As you said, there was a lot of anger. You were getting in a lot of trouble, fights.
Yeah.
What was there a lot of racism?
Back at home or here?
No, we'll talk about here because that's a different kettle of fish. Yeah, back home. Was racism part of your growing up? Was it ever a problem?
No,
It was
not
never
back at
an
home.
issue?
It was never an issue back at home.
No?
Nah. Everyone's pretty much same skin colour.
Yeah.
It was cool, but it was just it was a lot of ego.
Yeah.
Ego stuff, and especially with, being competitive in rugby and sports and all that, and it was all that stuff. Like I'm better, I'm faster, I'm stronger, or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's a typical teenage boy, really, isn't it?
Yeah. And then school was it was cool, but it was hard. Like just with my whole anger-based stuff.
Yeah.
Back at school, that was the hardest bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was
Did you
alright.
enjoy school? Did you enjoy learning? Was learning a problem?
I just enjoyed playing. Learning was a big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't register what I was reading properly.
Okay.
I'll read it, but it'll just go in my mouth and out my ears, and that's it.
So that would have you had any sort of diagnosis, or was there any diagnosis back? I presume back then it was just it wasn't talked about. It wasn't addressed.
No, it wasn't addressed at all. So it was just I couldn't make it out, and Dad's pretty old school. Just go learn, come back home.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. So
no,
he was he's very strict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was strict, but he was firm. He was fair.
Fair. Yeah. Well,
he
it
was
was
very fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you'd want to hope, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when you fucked up.
Oh, you definitely know that. you definitely know that. Yeah.
Yeah. What did it? Because we used to get the strap. And
Yeah.
The old man used to take his belt off and bend it in half.
Yeah.
We used to run into the bedroom under the doona or under the bed sheet back. What do we call them back in New Zealand? It was a duvet. Yeah, a duvet because they call them doonas over here.
Yeah.
We used to run under there and he'd beat us through that, and we'd just be laughing because you couldn't feel it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't laughing. I was never laughing. When you laugh, it hits you harder.
Oh no!
Yeah, so.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Do you think? I mean, as you say, your dad was fair and firm.
Yeah.
Do you think, in hindsight, that was a good thing for you growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed now, like when people are very, I don't know, when people are easy, I seem to walk all over them. You know what I mean? It was when I have like good friends that tell me what I don't want to hear.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that are like very direct and all that. That's the sort of people I need in my life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is through your journey, you've found that out.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, and you've had to go through this journey to get to that point, and then understand what you need as a human.
100%.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you surround yourself with those people.
That's right.
Yeah. You basically your tribe, you know, and they're there to help and support you, you know, which is what you want from your friends, isn't it? And your family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, wow, it sounds like I mean, your upbringing in NZ wasn't that different to a lot of other people.
Nah. It's pretty much your basic Islander upbringing.
Yeah.
You know,
so did you had a big family unit around you?
Yeah, massive family. Yeah. My dad's house back in home was like the headquarters. That's where everyone came and had the feast, you know, Sunday feast, and had the family meeting.
I was going to say, is that what you did? You did regularly at like a Sunday meal?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was great. I was very family orientated.
Yeah. Which is that's a great thing about a lot of these communities and races.
Yeah.
You know, they've got this family unit that's so tight, and it's there to support all its members.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of cultures don't have that growing up.
Nah.
Like me myself personally, European, Kiwi, families non-religious. We weren't religious, and we didn't have big families around. I didn't have a big family around me when I grew up. I had my siblings. I had my mum and dad, and our relatives were splattered around the country, and you wouldn't see them on a regular basis. You know? Sure, we used to have our Sunday roasts, but they weren't on the same level as what you've experienced and what like the Italians and that, and the Spanish, and it's around, like as you say, Sunday. It's around a feast about eating. It's about getting together as a family and sharing and caring.
Yeah, it was the best therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it? And that's the thing, is like you could bounce off your cousins or bounce off your aunties and uncles, and you know, you knew that you had support there if you needed it. That's correct.
That's right.
So if anything happened, if you got in the shit, you weren't alone. You weren't dealing with it by yourself, were you?
No, you weren't. You definitely had the support and love there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, it was great.
So you are very religious as a Samoan?
Not to some extent, not completely fully. I'm just right now. I'm just concentrating on myself.
Yep. Looking after number one.
Yep. Just seeing what works for me and what doesn't work for me, and sorting out who's good for me and who's not good for me. Just
So Samoans are Christian, generally?
Yeah, generally Christian based. You got some Mormons and some Muslims as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So were you brought up? Your family, your mum and dad?
Yep.
They were religious. Went to church regularly.
Oh, 100%.
Yes?
Still are. Yes.
So every Sunday.
Every Sunday, yeah, still are.
So you get up, you go to church, and then you come back home to what you'd say the headquarters, which is your house.
Yeah.
And the big family feed.
Yeah.
And that would go on all day.
They were going on all day, and then a lot of them sometimes just sleep around the house.
Yep.
Let the food settle, and then go again sometimes, or go home. Yeah.
Do round two.
That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And predominantly the food was traditional Samoan, or
It was very heavy.
yeah,
Very heavy.
What are we talking?
Talking like taro and green banana, corned beef, roast pork, massive pork.
Yeah.
Not sometimes it could be just the head or the whole body as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like the Maoris do their what's the
They're hungy.
the hangi? That's
Yeah.
brain fart there for a minute. For
Yeah.
hangi.
Yeah. No, they do their hungy.
You don't cook this. You don't cook the same way, or a
No,
similar
we
way?
cook above ground.
above ground. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Samoans call it umu.
Umu.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? So you say above ground.
above ground. They heat the rocks and all that. And
Oh, okay. So they're heating the rocks, putting the food on, and then covering it with a...
covering it with the hot rocks.
Yep.
So that they heat a mountain full of rocks, take it all out, and then put the food in, and then cover it with...
Oh, right. Just the rocks back over it.
The hot rocks, and then...
And then earth.
Yeah, and then the banana leaves and all that.
Oh,
cover
cool.
It, yeah.
What'd you say it was called?
Umu.
Maddie, can you Google that? I wouldn't mind having a picture of it. Because I know what a hangi looks like. And as you said, it was underground, but I'm not familiar with the cooking overground. Well, that's a great shot of you up there, mate. Look at that.
Thank you.
That's from Friday night.
That's right.
What did you get him? Did you get him to the side of the head?
No, I just gave him a flurry full of punches, but that one's to the side of the head.
And that was that just before the TKO?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, the poor bastard didn't know what he was walking into, did he?
Oh, man, I felt sorry for him. It looks sad. It looks sad.
Oh, what's that music? It's so there you go. So have we got a better picture, or is that it, the one at the top? No, that's at the top.
Yeah, so that's the bed full of rocks and
the banana leaves are so the food's wrapped in the banana leaves.
Yeah. Solid wrapped in the banana leaves.
And then the rocks are put over the top. So that's sort of been unravelled, that one up there.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's your.
And what sort of cooking time? You're looking at what, 3 or 4 hours?
I assume so.
Yeah?
Yeah, a couple of hours. Or an hour.
Whose job was it to do the cooking?
The men.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's very hard labour. So the men do the cooking. I guess the female prep it.
Yep.
And all that, and and just get it done.
It's no different to a guy managing the barbie, is he?
Nah.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Umu.
Yeah.
Hey, you said you're in a lot of trouble back home.
Yeah.
Because you just couldn't handle your anger.
Nah.
Do you recall the early days, like getting in trouble, and then I suggest you'd be a little bit afraid of what the repercussions were with your mum and dad.
Yeah.
That would be the first thing going in your mind, wouldn't it?
That was the only thing going in my mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Did you get in trouble with the police at all when you were a kid back in Auckland? No, it was just your mum and dad. It was just doing doing stupid shit.
Yeah. I was just a real angry person.
Yeah.
You know, just I couldn't control it at all, even if I tried.
Did you have any discussions with family members or uncles? Or?
Yeah, I had a lot of talks with mum.
Yeah.
When I can remember, and a few talks with the teachers back at Hay Park Primary. Just trying to get to the bottom of it. And
did you get a solution to the problem?
Not really.
No.
Sort of carried out when I came here as well.
So you arrived here in 2001. You're 11 years old.
Yes.
Where'd you go? Which part of Melbourne did you came directly to Melbourne?
Came straight to Melbourne.
Yep.
Yeah, came straight to Melbourne, and we stayed with my uncle in Cranbourne.
Cranbourne?
Yeah, stay
it's
there.
Just up the road here.
Yeah, stay there for a bit, and then moved out to Springvale.
Yep.
And then Springvale, Dandenong, Noble Park, Hallam, and then back to mum and dad's house in Cranbourne.
Cool.
Yeah.
Your mum and dad's still in Cranbourne now?
Yeah.
What was it like?
When I first came here?
Yeah. Do you remember arriving here?
Yeah.
Vivid memories of it all?
Yeah, so my brother and my sister, mum came first, and then me and my dad came a couple of months after.
Okay. And it was just so that they could get set up, and was that the reason why you didn't all come together?
Yeah,
Was it money? Was it just...
No, I'm not sure. I think, I don't know. But all I knew is that my dad was coming later, so I was like, I'll come with my dad.
Okay.
Yeah. So brother, sister came with mum first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you remember it being a culture shock?
Yeah.
What were some of the things that stood out to you?
Just all the white people at school. Yeah, there was a lot of Aussies. Yeah.
What about white Kiwis? Do you remember it? No,
it was just me, my brother, and my cousin. We were like the darkest, pretty much dark guys at school.
And did you have any issues when you got here with racism?
I had a few.
Yeah?
I had a few. I got bullied by a female, by a girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
That doesn't happen very often, does it?
No, I still remember her name.
Yeah. You don't have to. You don't have to tell us.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was she doing? Describe
No,
what she was doing.
Oh no, she just kept like I'm pretty. I look like an Asian, so she kept calling me chingy eyes and all that. And then,
That's not very nice.
Yeah, kept calling me black chingy guy or something. Yeah, yeah, and it was like almost every week.
Oh yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
Did it really grind your wheels?
Yeah.
Made you angry?
Oh, it definitely did. And I ended up pushing her.
Oh.
Yeah, I pushed her. And then she started crying. And then she ran to the teachers. And then I got in trouble and I got suspended from that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a couple of days suspension.
Did you explain the situation?
I explained it and then... because I think my dad was at work at the time. My uncle told me it's a female. Don't touch a female. But I don't know what else to do. Like,
yeah,
teachers weren't doing nothing.
Yeah,
So.
Well, I mean, you probably would have learnt from that lesson, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not. I mean, we know as men, it's not cool to.
No,
it's just something that you don't do.
No, that's right.
I mean, you're 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
Frustrated.
Yeah,
young
frustrated, and I didn't know what else to do. So
Yeah.
I just ended up pushing her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she started crying, and then I was like, "Oh, here we go."
Oh,
and then again, I wasn't scared of the teachers. I was just scared
of
of
mum
home,
and dad.
back at home. Yeah.
Wow.
Mum and dad. So.
Couple of days suspension.
Yeah.
Was that the first of many incidents?
The first of very many incidents. Yeah. So I didn't get a hiding, surprisingly. Just got told off. But
from your dad.
Yeah.
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 Well, did he get softer in his old age? Did he get a little bit more tolerant?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot more lenient.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you understand why that was the case? Do you know?
I don't know.
Did you have a close relationship with your dad?
Yeah, a very close relationship, both mum and dad.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm the middle child, so I got along with both of them. Yeah, if I didn't get one thing from one parent, I run to the other.
Yeah.
From them,
Yeah.
So, but my younger brother, he's like mama's boy, and
Yeah.
my older sister's, daddy's girl.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
The middle child's the awkward one.
The one that not many people care about, but
you get the leftovers. From the emotional well.
Yeah, 100%. You really do.
So that was the start of a few incidences.
Yeah.
Can you recall any others along the way? Can you explain to us sort of? Obviously, there was a pattern that was starting to emerge of just bad behaviour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of bad behaviours. I got along with a lot of kids in school, but there was always that those odd kids. But it's not like in every culture, in every.
Yeah. Exactly. It's. I mean, even today.
Yeah.
Even today, it's no different.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
And as you say, with these communities that are multicultural, it's just a big mixing pot. And there's different that people are coming from different backgrounds. They've got different home lives.
Yeah.
Different traditions, different religions.
Yep.
And the funny thing about humans is that they'll never be able to get along.
No.
Regardless of their differences,
That's
there's always going to be some sort of clash or some sort of difference of opinion.
Yeah.
And religion plays a part in that as well too.
It really does.
Yeah. Exactly. This podcast is brought to you by Holy Shirt Australia. Holy Shirt Australia are 100% online. They're Australia's largest no minimum custom print and embroidery company. All their services are completed in-house, and they can deliver all orders promptly and professionally. They like to keep it simple and straightforward, so they offer cool stuff that can be custom printed or embroidered to your liking. They have an easy-to-use online designer to build your custom apparel from the comfort of your home or office. They offer pricing that reflects your individual order, and remember, they are no minimum on all their products. They deliver what the customer expects when they expect it. They've got over 1,500 products ready for you to custom print or embroider today, right now. So head to holyshirt.com.au for all your custom clothing requirements. So school days for you, I mean, you got here when you were 11.
Yeah.
So you went straight into a high school, yeah? High school?
No, I got knocked back here. Yeah, I dropped down here.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, when I come here.
That was because of the level of your learning?
Yeah.
That
Because New Zealand goes to year 13.
right.
Over here it goes to year 12.
Oh, correct. Yep.
Yeah, so I had to drop back a year.
Yep.
and all
Do you
that.
reckon that hindered you or helped you?
Nah, I felt very out of place because my level of education when I come here was still very low in New Zealand. And then when I came here, it was even lower.
Yeah.
Everyone's speaking like this mad English and pulling out all these words I don't even know. And I was like, man, I didn't get taught that.
Was that? Can you remember being frustrated about that? Was
Yeah.
that something that played on your mind? Like, did you automatically think, "Oh fuck, I'm on the back foot here"?
Yeah. And even like talking in front of classes and all that, I knew, couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Had brain farts. Like,
How
countless.
did that make you feel, mate?
Feel dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel very low class. Just felt like I wasn't on their level.
Yep.
You know.
Did that give you any sort of drive or determination to be better?
No, I was just kept waiting for like PE.
Oh, is that all that's all you're looking forward to?
Yeah.
So you played rugby in NZ. Did you play rugby over here?
Yeah, play rugby
Yep.
over here.
Straight into rugby?
Yeah, for Endeavour Hills.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So play for them. Play a couple games for Moorabbin.
I've actually played on that field in Endeavour Hills. I played Masters.
Yeah.
As I said,
right.
I didn't start until I was 35.
Far out.
As somebody in the gym, he was a Maori boy.
Yeah.
And he saw my Canterbury shorts and he goes, "Oh, you're playing rugby this season?" I said, "Mate, I'm the only white Kiwi. I'm the only Kiwi that's never played rugby before."
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, come play Masters." So I started playing rugby at 35. I loved it.
That's mad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was the only white boy on the team. They just put me out on the wing, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
Put me out on
That's
the
usually where everyone starts.
I was too fucking small to be anywhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So basically, that part of your life, you all you were wanting to do was just waiting for PE class and something that wasn't in the
Yeah.
classroom, wasn't learning.
Nah, that's all I knew. That's all I was good
Yeah.
at in
Yeah.
school. Was PE and all that. And, cooking.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love cooking.
that's awesome.
Cooking's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good life skill, isn't it?
It's a great life skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got two skills from my mum, and one of them was cooking, and the other one was sewing. She
Oh,
taught me
right.
how to sew.
Yeah, well.
And I actually told a story at her funeral last year. Was that she taught me those two skills.
Yeah.
And the reason why she taught me how to sew was because I asked her to teach me because I had one of these little Action Man figures.
Yeah.
You remember those?
Yeah.
So I wanted to make clothes for him instead of just the army stuff that he used to come with.
Oh,
so
right.
my mum taught me how to sew
Yeah.
so I could make little outfits for my Action Man.
That's cool.
It was
Yeah, that's cool.
a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with you on that, but it's as I said, he had an awesome wardrobe, and it was a great skill that I still use to this day.
Yeah.
You know, so
it definitely
I
is a great
thank my
skill.
mum for that for sure.
Yeah. I wish I knew how to sew. I just didn't have the patience to do it.
Yeah, well, I don't have the patience now, mate. That's for sure. But, it was great back then. Well,
Yeah.
when you're a kid, you've got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
It's trouble when you get older. There's not enough hours in the day to get everything done.
No, it's not enough hours of sleep at all.
No, exactly. Sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing that you like at the moment, isn't it? After all the training that you've been doing.
Oh, sleep. Yeah. That is what I look forward to when
most
I'm training.
Well, we've talked about this before on the podcast. Is like getting 8 hours of sleep at night is like a minimum for health and vitality.
Yeah.
You know, as well as diet and exercise. And,
Yep.
Yeah, it's the basic fundamentals of good health.
Yeah.
So talking about your high school years, you had a good group of friends around you?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a great group of friends.
They're all Aussie boys, Samoan boys,
There was
Kiwi
a
boys?
mix. So I went to high school in Heatherhill in Springvale.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty multicultural as well.
There's a lot of Asian
Yeah.
communities around there as well too, isn't there?
A lot of Asians, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yep.
Asians.
Yep.
Which is, yeah, they're cool. Yeah, I like them.
Mm.
So, yeah, Cambodians, Vietnamese, and
Wow.
all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a diverse community, all right, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you had Cook Islanders, a few Samoans, and
Yep.
Aussies and all that. Yeah, it was good school. I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed the high school years?
Yeah, it was alright. It was just I was all about my ego back in high school.
So chip on your shoulder, is that what you're saying? Like
Yeah.
you had Did you feel like you had something to prove?
Yeah, felt like I had a lot to prove.
Yeah.
Yeah, because so when I left primary school in Cranbourne, I went to primary school in Springvale.
Yeah.
And then, because I don't know, sort of being a victim of being bullied and all that. And then had a few good friends in Springvale as well, but got bullied a fair bit from a few others as well.
You know what I find hard to believe? Like, you're sitting here and I'm looking at you and you're talking about being bullied.
Yeah.
It seems a foreign concept to me that you would have been bullied growing up. I just I mean I grew up in a high school with a diverse Maori community, whites, islanders, and that. I don't think I got bullied. I can't remember a time, and I was like I'm smaller, and I was a lot smaller than I am now.
Yeah.
As a 15-year-old kid, I don't remember being bullied. I don't remember any situation where I felt like I was in a. I just it didn't happen. And when I'm looking at you now and hearing you say that you've been bullied, it just goes to show that nobody's immune from it, you know, and it can happen in situations where you may not think it would happen.
Yeah.
And to people that, like I said, like you, that I would never put the two words or you and bullying together.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people can't seem to fathom it, but
I mean, you're always a big lad, weren't you? You always, like you said,
Yeah.
You know?
I've always been.
So
too
you've
big
always
for my
been
age.
bigger than average. You're a big boy.
Yeah.
You know, so it just seems weird, as I said, when you talk about being bullied.
Yeah, it's not. I wasn't getting hidings or nothing.
It's more emotional.
It was more emotional verbally.
Yeah.
You know. It's,
and that's the thing with, as you say, with bullying, it can come in various variations.
That's right.
Emotional, physical.
Yeah.
And for you, it was mostly emotional.
Yeah, I don't look forward to going to school. So, most days.
And that sucks as a kid, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know that. I mean, people that complain about going to work. Oh, I don't want to go to work today.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different to a 13, 14-year-old kid going, I just don't want to go to fucking school.
Yeah.
Because I hate it and it's a shitty environment.
Yeah.
But what's the alternative? There is no alternative.
No, there isn't.
No, you've got to stump up and
Yeah.
go to school and deal with, with what you have to deal with.
Exactly.
And when you think about the emotional abuse that you've had with regards to that bullying, did your anger come thick and fast because of that?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely did. Mum and Dad got called countless times to school because I've been like punching holes and wrecking equipment and all that at school.
So you were taking it out on physical things as well as other kids?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. So it was, it wasn't a good time.
No.
For some of it. Most of it was all right. But yeah.
Was that all the way through high school? Or was it just periods?
That was just periods of in primary school, and then throughout high school, ego really kicked in. And then, got into a few fights there, and then a few fights in school and against other schools.
Oh, inter-school stuff, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
There was no weapons involved. It was all just fisticuffs.
Yeah, it was all fists. There was a few weapons, a few poles and all that,
Wow.
that I got involved with.
Yeah.
Got to a point where I ended up carrying a pole almost every day at school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, did you carry it in your bag or down your shorts?
No, I
or?
just carried it on the sleeve of my
really?
jumper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got hit the hill and then got called out for a fight and brought a tomahawk to school.
You brought a tomahawk?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was what? I think I was 13, 14, 13.
Do you remember making the conscious decision to take it?
Yeah.
Do you remember why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely remember why. It was a broke up with an ex-girlfriend of mine, and then she didn't like it, and then called these guys from another school. It was the Cook Islanders from another school to come give me hiding. So.
Because you broke up with a girl.
Yeah.
So she called in the Cook Islanders.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, from a different school, and then came down from Westall.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
know they were coming down? Did you know?
Yeah, I got wind of it, and then I was like trying to call some mates from a different school in Cleveland to come down, and they were telling me to bring the fight to them, and I was like, okay, I want to do that. So nothing was going to happen. I wasn't going to take him down there, so I just went home, got the tomahawk, came to school and started waiting.
Yeah.
And then a few people found out, and then they went and told the coordinator. Coordinator pulled me into the office, searched my bag, and there was tomahawk.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you would have used it?
Yeah, if it came down to it, because I heard it was like numerous of guys coming down, so yeah.
And they're all big boys like you?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, over a very stupid reason.
Well, when you think about it that way, it is
Yeah.
really, isn't it? But,
Yeah.
I mean, you got pulled up and you got taken care of, for everything happens for a reason, as we know.
That's right.
So
yeah.
the way it worked out is good.
Yeah.
Could have been worse than what it was.
Yeah.
But did you learn from that?
Yeah, I learned not to tell anyone.
Basically, just keep your mouth shut.
Just keep your mouth shut and,
Yeah.
and not do it at all. Like, just, yeah, not do it at all. It wasn't.
So did
was
that-
never the way to go?
Did that turn you inwards on yourself? Did that make you a little bit more guarded, a little bit more shut off?
Nah, not really.
No?
Not really. Nah, just I went to, so I got expelled for that. Then I went to Camorra Secondary College, and then had a bit of an incident there with the school teacher. Just, I don't know. I think they were blaming me for something that I didn't do, and then I ended up just going off with them in the office, and then just got expelled from there.
And that was quickly after you got expelled from the previous one, is it?
Yeah, from Heather Hill. Yeah,
Did you go to another school after that?
yeah, Camorra Secondary College.
How long did you last there?
Probably a year. Not even.
Before another expulsion
Yeah.
for fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost it at a teacher, and then I got pulled into the office, and then I lost it at the
Yeah.
principal and the teacher. Yeah, kept calling them racist when they weren't doing anything racial
Yeah,
at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
pulled that card out.
Yeah.
and
Well, it's easy to do that,
it
isn't it?
was the easiest thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How were your mum and dad handling this, mate?
I don't know. I remember telling Dad that they were racist, so, just to get me out of the
Yeah.
shit.
Did your dad believe it?
Yeah, because I didn't get a hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went from doing that to going straight to work.
What year was that? How old were you?
I was 15.
Which is when you can legally leave school, isn't it?
Yeah, I was year 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I left school.
Yeah.
It's very similar. I told the principal to go fuck himself,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Yeah.
And mum and dad let me leave, but they said the only reason you're going to leave school is if you got a job. And
Yeah.
I got a job the next day, and it was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
School just wasn't for me.
100%. And the
Yeah.
same thing what Dad said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to stay at home, you're going to go get a job.
So you got a job?
Got a job.
What'd you do straight up?
Went to ice cream factory.
Cool.
Yeah.
How'd you get that one?
I don't know.
This seems pretty random, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I went to this job agency recruitment thing.
Yep.
And, handed in my resume and got the job.
Easy.
Yeah.
Full-time position straight up.
No, it was part-time casual.
Yep.
Yeah. But I started off with full-time hours,
Yep.
which was good.
Yep.
And then I got over it. The boss there was just no good. Yeah. He really...
Did you have some sort of purpose when you first started? Did you feel like you were doing something, for yourself and providing yourself an income and being...
No, it was for mum and dad. It was just to help them pay the bills and all
Okay.
that. And yeah.
That was the only reason you were doing it, just to help financially with the family.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Help financially with the family, and Dad gave me a bit more freedom when I started work as well.
Okay.
So I was allowed to go out with a few mates and
Yep.
come back home. Yeah.
Did the violence continue?
Yeah, violence definitely continued. Yeah.
So what happened next?
Next, I was just working. And I left the ice cream factory. Then I went and worked at Bowen's, building trusses, roof trusses and frames and all that. I was there for a couple of years. Went printing. I've had a few handful of jobs, and
Yep.
and then I got a job in security. Yeah, and then my ego really took off there.
Fuck.
Yeah, just having some sort of authority and power.
Yep.
Of who you get to let in. And
Did that make you feel good?
yeah, it made me feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah, really did.
Where'd you work?
I worked at a few nightclubs, worked at a few strip clubs,
Yep.
Nightclubs out at Sorrento, the Continental Hotel.
It's a long way away, isn't it?
Yeah.
How old were you then?
Yeah, I was like 17, 18.
And you're as big as what you are now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was doing that for a bit, and then
That's young, isn't it?
it's very young.
To have that sort of authority
Yeah.
and that responsibility.
Yeah, and I'm still developing as well. So
Oh, for sure.
yeah. So
Well, you're still a young man. You're not, you just, not far out of puberty.
no.
And and as you say, you're still trying to figure out what life's all about.
Yeah.
And you're in this position with a lot of authority and power. And as you say, all it did was just stroke your ego.
Yeah, it really did. Yeah, stroked my ego and some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were you doing when you weren't working? Because obviously security works at night, weekends.
Yeah, it was night, weekends, and then I got a few gigs at like your local gaming venues in Baronia and all that, and throughout the week as well. And then during the weekend, I was at nightclubs.
Yep.
And strip clubs, and yeah, and then I was awake a lot of the time, and it was hard to find sleep. My sleeping pattern was everywhere.
Yeah, it would be. It's like
given the
shift
rotating
workers.
hours.
Yeah.
So ended up getting involved with like drugs and all that.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is that your first foray into the world of drugs?
Yeah.
That was when you were working at...
Yeah, when I
at
was
the
working
club?
security.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What sort of drugs are we talking about?
I was talking meth.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, straight to the hard stuff.
Straight to the hard stuff, yeah.
Had you smoked weed or anything growing up?
I had a few joints here and there during school.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I smoked at a very young age at school when I was 13.
So, as in cigarettes, smoked cigarettes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had a few tokes with the other kids, just trying to look cool, trying to act
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Well, that's how it happens, mate.
It all starts, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a teenage son, and some of the stuff I hear about what's going on at high school is fucking scary.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about smoking weed, we're talking about stuff like Molly and bits
Yeah.
and pieces like that. It's like, fucking hell.
That's right.
15-year-old kids.
Yeah.
So you went straight to the fucking meth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Straight to the meth.
How did it
I
make-
was
how-
17 when I started.
Do you remember the first time you smoked it? You smoked it.
Yeah, I had a 14-year-old kid give it to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
where did the 14-year-old kid get it from?
I don't know.
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Yeah.
Do you remember how you felt when you smoked it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Describe it for us.
Endless amount of power. Just so much energy. Such an upper. It was, filled me with so much dopamine. Like,
Just felt like fucking Superman.
pretty much.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long does the high last for?
Oh, I don't know. Back then it was very hard. It was pretty much pure. Back then, you could have a point. It's a very small amount and it'll last you for days.
For days?
Yeah.
So we're talking like a little rock that you smoke.
Yeah.
And you reckon you'll be up for days?
I'll be up for days. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
Did you do it when you were working?
I did it while I was working. Yeah. Did it while I was at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did it start becoming a problem?
Almost instant. Yeah.
In what way?
And I love the feeling. Honestly love the feeling of staying awake and being so happy and being, yeah.
So it made you happy. It didn't make you aggressive.
No, not straight away. Later on, it made me aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But initially, it was just the euphoria of, as you say, all that dopamine running through your system, and
That's right.
that adrenaline, and
Yeah.
and how'd you go? Like, did it affect your appetite?
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't eat, or you
Didn't eat.
didn't eat?
Didn't eat.
Did you lose some weight and
Lost a lot of weight.
people notice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People definitely did notice.
Did your mum and dad know?
Yeah.
Were you still going to family dinners?
Nah.
You stopped doing that?
No, I stopped all that. Yeah. I wasn't doing anything family orientated. It was just the drugs and home and work.
Did your mum and dad know what was going on?
Yeah, they picked up on it. They knew what was going on.
Do you remember, did they sit down and have a conversation with you, or was it just you just ignored it and blew it off?
No, just I don't think they wanted to believe it. Yeah, they just carried on.
Well, as a parent,
yeah,
no, you wouldn't.
No,
Would you?
no. So they just carried on about their day and just I think it was just hopes that if I was on it, I'll get off it sooner or later.
So we're talking a 17-year-old,
Yeah,
working in clubs, strip clubs, nightclubs,
yeah,
on meth,
yeah,
pretty much constantly.
yeah. So it started off like helping me stay awake, and then ended up being a habit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you remember the point where you realised that it was a habit? That you're in some sort of downward spiral?
Yeah. Was when I was losing hair. I lost my ex at the time. Lost my son. Yeah, had a son with my ex. And
How old were you then?
I was 18.
18 when you first had a child.
Yeah. 18 when I first had him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And your partner just knew what was going on and then just up and left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was with her for like 4 years. Yeah. And then just picked up on the habits and yeah. And then just had enough and just took off. Yeah.
Do you remember how you felt when that happened?
Yeah. I was very close with my son. He was a great baby.
Yeah.
He was the best baby. He was very chill, very loving, very caring. Yeah. And then I was very heartbroken. Didn't know what to do, and found someone else after that, and that person sort of helped me.
Yep.
Get off it and all that.
Oh, so you got off?
Yeah, I got off it. Yeah, I committed a few crimes while I was on it as well. Caught up with me, and then
What were you doing crime-wise?
just a lot of fighting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just what, picking fights?
Picking fights
At work or outside work?
At work and outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it become a problem for your employers because of the violence?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. It did.
Did they know what was going on? Did they know?
Yeah. My boss at the time knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sort of picked up on it.
Did he
And then
offer? Did he offer any help?
No, not so much help. Just just told me to just stop it. It was creating really bad business.
Pull your fucking head in.
Yeah.
Well, it's just not good for business, is it?
No.
You know, if you've got somebody out the front bashing, on people and.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just people were just pissing you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not even pissing me off, because I started getting paranoia and all that kick in.
Of course.
And people were just standing there waiting in line, and then in my head I'm like thinking, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about me for? And then I'll just play off that.
So it's all this internal monologue in your head.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lot to deal with, isn't it?
It was a lot. Yeah.
So I say finally get clean. Did you finally get clean at what, 2021?
Yeah, it was about 22.
22? So you're talking 4 or 5 years on the gear.
Yeah.
You've had a baby. You've lost your son.
Yeah.
You've got another partner that's helped you get off or get your shit back together.
Yeah.
So is there anything else in that period that happened? You said you got in trouble with the law.
Yeah.
Was it just through fighting?
Yeah, it was through fighting. That's all I got done with.
Yep. So what was the outcome of that with the police?
I was on the run for a bit, and then I wasn't coming home. Mum notified me a few times.
That the cops were looking for you.
Yeah. So
how long were you on the run for?
Just under 2 years. Something.
Oh, really? So you're avoiding the cops for 2 years?
Yeah.
Because you had a summons to go to court?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summons to go to court for a punch up.
For assault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it just common assault?
Yeah, just common assault. Yeah. And it was while I was on the job as well. Yeah.
Really? So within that, so you were still working within those 2 years, and they didn't catch up with you. No. You find that odd?
Yeah.
Like they couldn't have been looking very hard, could they?
No, or they were trying to. They kept coming in. There was a time where they came in and just raided mum and dad's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then dad just told me to come home, and I come home and he sat me down and he's like, "We need to turn yourself in. This is getting ridiculous. It's embarrassing, shameful,
Yeah.
and all that." And then I just told my dad, "Yeah, sweet, let's go turn myself in."
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was at 22, what did you say, 22?
Yeah, 22, turned myself in. 23, I went in. And then 24 came out.
You went in where?
Went into jail.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were found guilty of assault?
Yeah.
How much time did you get in the slammer?
About a year and a half. Yeah.
So you were sentenced to a year and a half?
Yeah.
And it was just because of one assault or a series of assaults?
One assault.
One assault.
Yeah.
It must have been high grade then. Was it grievous bodily harm? Or
Yeah.
was it common, because common assault
It was
wouldn't get you that much in jail, would it?
a fray and robbery.
And robbery?
Yeah.
Where did the robbery part come in?
I took their wallets after I gave them hiding.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be laughing.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be laughing.
I didn't have much money on them, but...
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So a year and a half.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I think we're going to take a break. This podcast is brought to you in part by Buckfast. What is Buckfast, you ask? Well, let me tell you. It's better known as Bucky, and it's an internationally enjoyed, unique tasting tonic wine. It's equally rich in heritage as it is in taste. It packs a punch from 15% alcohol and about the same amount of caffeine as a well-known drink that gives you wings. Buckfast's enjoyment is only rivaled by its versatility from the cooking pot to the wine or cocktail glass. Drink it straight, mix it in a Negroni, or use it as a marinade. Available Australia-wide and distributed by Beeblebrox Beverages. Visit beeblebrox.com.au to find your closest stockist and buckfast.com for cocktail and recipe ideas. Hey man, before we go any further, we've got a sponsor, Buckfast. So here's to you. Here's to Buckfast.
Thank you, Buckfast.
Joe and Rob from Chapel Street Cellars. It's our sponsors. So it's good stuff, isn't it?
It's great. It's great. Loving it.
Oh yeah, it's good. Really good.
Definitely beats my coffee.
Well, it's better than your coffee, right?
100%.
Yeah. Hey, before we went to break, we were talking about prison.
Yep.
You went to prison.
Yes.
And you went for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Was that what you were sentenced to? Or were you sentenced to
Yeah.
longer?
No, since that. And I was meant to do 7 months in and the rest on parole.
Okay. So how much did you actually do inside?
The whole lot.
You did the whole lot.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I was involved in the prison riot in Fulham.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just back it up a bit.
Yeah.
You're sentenced to jail.
Yeah.
Do you remember how you felt when you were sentenced?
Yeah. Shit and bricks.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, shit and bricks. I went in with the unknown. You know what I mean? Obviously, you got the TV shows and all that, and the movies of what you see about jail, and that's all that's running from my head. So I know nothing else about it.
What did how'd your family react to it? How'd your mum and dad react to it?
Shocked, disgraced, sad, all the emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they portray that to you directly?
No.
They didn't sit you down?
No, I just saw it in their face. You know.
Yep.
Mum and dad's face.
Just disappointment.
Very disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, very disappointed. And then, obviously, it would have made them feel like failures as a parent.
Oh, of course.
You know.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah.
Me being a parent now, that's what I would have felt.
Did you at the time? Did that really hit you as like you've fucked up in your parents' eyes?
Oh yeah.
So that was evident to you.
Yes. Yeah. That this is the lowest of the lows, right here. This is the worst outcome that I could have put them in.
Talk to me about day one going to jail. What's the process from? So you went to court.
Went to court.
You got
sentenced.
Sentenced, and then did you go directly to jail, or was there a time that you get to go home and?
No, just straight into lockup. So they take you straight into their local cells, the police station.
They call
cells.
that, is that remand, is it? Is that
No,
what
no,
remand,
it's
or is
just-
that different?
no,
it's
it's
just a
just-
cell in the...
Yeah, just a cell.
Which-
It's a local cell.
Which station? Do you know
I was
where?
at Dandenong police station.
Yep.
I was at the Dandenong courts, and they took me to the police station there. And then from there, I went to Frankston police station. They just moved me around. And then from Frankston, I went to Ringwood.
Did you
station.
know, sorry, just to back up, did you know you were going to jail?
Yeah, I sort of had a feeling.
So your lawyer, basically, you had a court-appointed lawyer?
No, my lawyer said it was I wasn't going to get locked up. Most likely, probably get the community service or something like that. Yeah.
Do you feel like you got let down by your lawyer?
Yeah, 100%.
Let down or fucked over?
Fucked over.
Yeah?
Yeah. He put like all this, this stuff in my head that, it's going to be a good day, we're not going to get locked up, you're going to go home, everything will be all right. I had references from like the priest, from the church that I went to, and,
Yep.
aunties and uncles and stuff like that. So everything was good. I had all the paperwork there for it.
So what went wrong? Was it the fact that the lawyer filled your head with bullshit,
Yeah.
or that the court system saw you and painted you in a light and said you need to go to jail?
Yeah, I think they just seen me as a threat. I was still a threat. I wasn't learning because I was in trouble with the law before, and
Okay, so you had a history, you had
Yeah.
a track record
Yeah.
of violence.
yeah, had a bit of a track record.
Yeah.
Of violence, yeah.
Okay, so over that course of that sort of 4 or 5 years from 17,
Yeah.
you had numerous incidences with the police.
Yeah.
Were you charged for anything else within that period?
Yeah, I was charged with intentionally caused serious injury.
So it's all violence based.
Yeah.
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 It's all violence based. So when you got to court, you thought because your lawyer told you that you were fine. You were just going to get community service, slap on the wrist,
Yeah.
and you were going to walk out of court that day.
Yeah.
Is that what your family thought?
Yeah.
Yeah, they thought the same thing.
Yeah. But in the back of my head, I still had the doubt that I'm going in. I'm not coming in.
Was there something that you sort of just knew?
Yeah.
that,
I sort of have a gut feeling about it.
Like it was going to catch up with you?
Yeah. Yeah. And like during that time when I met my new partner, she helped me change my life. And I changed my life before I went in. Stopped the drugs and everything. Stopped the cold turkey with no rehab, no nothing.
Yep. So you were clean.
I was clean. Yeah. I was clean for about probably 6 months, 4 months.
What about your attitude? What about your
The attitude was still in place.
Yep.
The anger and all that. Because I had nothing to substitute for the dopamine that I wasn't getting.
Okay.
So
Did you try to seek any sort of external help for your anger?
I tried to, but I wasn't consistent. I wasn't committed to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There wasn't a catalyst. It wasn't important enough, is what you're saying? You
Yeah,
don't think it got to a point? You hadn't got to that point.
No, I hadn't got
Prison
to that
was
point.
that point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Talk to me about day one in the slammer, mate. Where'd you go? Where'd you get locked up?
I went from the local cells to the Melbourne assessment prison, where they assess you and to how bad your crime was, to see what prison will suit you best.
Okay, so they're just matching a prison to how bad of a criminal they think you are.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. And they see what grade you are,
Okay.
what grade of offender you are.
Do you know what sort of grade you were?
I was a green, so I was a minor offender.
So low risk.
Yeah, low risk. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So what prison did they send you to based on that?
They sent me to Fulham, which is medium security.
Yep.
Yeah.
What sort of people are in Fulham? What sort of criminals are in Fulham?
All sorts. You got lifetimers, you got short timers, you got murderers, robbers, violent offenders, drug dealers, the whole lot.
The whole fucking shooting match.
Sex offenders.
Really?
Predators. Yeah.
Are the sex offenders in a separate area?
Separate unit, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, completely separate
Yeah.
unit. Yeah.
Nobody likes them, do they?
No.
So talk to me about day one at Fulham.
Yeah. So
How does it start? How do you get there, and what happens when you get?
So it was day one at the MAP, at Melbourne Assessment Prison. That was in the city.
Yep.
So when I got there, I was just cruising by, not knowing what's going to go on. And then as soon as we got there and I seen the barbed wires and all that, And I was like, oh man, shit's about to get real.
Shit's real, man.
You know what I mean? Like it's no joke now.
Sinking feeling in your stomach.
Yeah,
Just, yeah.
yeah. All
Despair.
the nerves, all
Yeah.
the butterflies, everything.
Yeah.
It all kicked in. And then I got out into the yard, and it was just like what you see in the movies. You got your Islanders and all that in one group.
So you got your cliques.
Got your cliques. You got
Yep.
the Asians, and you got the ethnics, the Muslims,
Yep.
all that, Libos and all that. You got the Sudanese, the Africans and all
Yep.
that stuff. And then you got your whatever, like your Aussies and everyone else that doesn't get involved in the politics.
Yep.
Yeah, they just walk around and do their own thing.
Is it hard not to get involved in the politics? though?
Very hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard to be an independent in there.
Yeah.
Is it a wise thing to be independent, or is it wise to be with a clique?
It's a wise
with a group?
thing to be.
We're calling them gangs, aren't they? Basically, the gangs.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But it's more wiser to be on your own, to be independent.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Why so?
Just do your own thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you actually do your own thing in jail without
very
getting
hard.
fucking bothered?
Very hard. Very hard.
Like, how would I fare? Like, if looking at me,
Yeah.
knowing me, how the fuck would I fare in prison? Because I thinking about it, I'd be shitting my pants.
Yeah.
And what do? Do I go with a group to have protection, or do I try to?
Nah, you just carry on doing your own thing. Just wake up, get your meals, do your workout, read your book, and go to bed.
Am I at risk though of being targeted?
You're only targeted if you've done something wrong.
Okay, so if you're
Yeah.
upsetting somebody or some
Yeah,
group,
yeah.
if you're causing trouble,
Yeah, causing trouble. Those are the ones that get a massive target on their head.
okay.
Yeah,
How much of that did you see in there?
saw quite a bit.
Is it happening on a regular basis?
Yeah, especially the young gen. I mean, I was young back then too, and
How old were you when you went in? You were 20,
I was 23.
23.
Yeah, yeah. So I wasn't too young, but I was young, and then went in and I felt like I had so much to prove when I went in there.
Why so?
I
What
just
did you have to prove?
um,
That you weren't a pussy?
toughness.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wasn't a pussy. I wasn't no bitch.
Yep.
I was keen to fight. I was very angry at the outcome of the court case.
So you're pissed off at that.
Yeah,
You're in prison and you're looking for trouble?
I was looking for it. Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
You just wanted it.
I just wanted it, and that helped me get by the nerves and all that. It helped me, just
Yeah.
if I get angry, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
about it. So, yeah,
And that's what you did?
no, that's what I wanted to do.
So what happened?
But I took a deep breath and spoke to mum and dad and the missus at the time and some of the kids, and yeah, they just helped me just stay calm, stay on the straight, and just do your time and get out. And
Did you have any help in there while you were in there? Was there any
yeah,
psychologist?
no, I didn't have psychologists then. No, not when I went in.
So as a prisoner, who's there to help you get through?
Oh, you do have help, and you can ask for help. There is help.
Yep.
But I didn't ask for
But
it.
it's available to
It's
you.
available.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely available for you.
Were there drugs inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of them.
Yeah, it's a fair bit. There's a lot of prescription drugs.
Pills and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You work the system good enough, and you'll be able to get whatever you want.
Did you touch anything while you're in there, or did you stay clean?
No, stay clean. Yeah.
You proud of that?
Yeah. Yeah, very proud of it. Yeah, stay clean. There was no. I'll probably just use the antidepressants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that prescribed to you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got in there and felt like you needed some help. You're a little bit down.
Not straight away. It was when I ended up in the slot. That's when I needed it.
How'd you end up in the slot?
From the riot.
Oh, okay.
After the riot, yeah.
When did the riot happen?
The riot happened on the same year. And
What was the catalyst? I'm sure it's documented. It'll be documented on the internet. Can you explain the day and what happened and why it happened?
it happened. We had two other inmates. Their grandma died, and they were trying to get cleared to go to the funeral. Yeah, but because they're not, they're very, I don't know. No, they weren't Australian born, so they got knocked back.
And they just got pissed off and
Yeah, Yeah.
What did they do?
What, to get in there?
No, not to get in there. What did they do to start the riot?
Oh man, so we're outside at the plaza. It's this thing called the plaza where the canteen is. We were there. They walked in, had the meeting, and they didn't get the answer they wanted. So then they started punching up the guards inside the room.
Oh shit!
And then the guards came out one by one, and then we're all outside. And when they came running out, we just started dropping them like flies.
The guards you're talking about?
Yeah.
You're involved in that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that was a wise decision at the time?
No, not at all.
Do you know why? Do you know why you got involved?
I got involved just to back the boys.
Yeah.
You know, and then
You're backing the boys that started it?
Yeah, because I wanted them to go to their grandma's funeral too, because
Okay.
you know that was like their mum, they raised them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I was just supporting their cause.
Okay.
And you know, me being me, you know, following others.
Yep.
And then as soon as they came out, it was meant to be just a peaceful protest, but then they kicked it off, and then we just carried it on. As they
And it
came
just
running out.
escalated from there.
Yeah.
So how many inmates got involved?
Oh man, I think it was like 14 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was like something like 8 or 7 security officers in hospital.
Really?
Yeah. So it wasn't a light thing.
And they were severely hurt, or?
Some of them were. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, some of them were. Some of them got flown out. To,
Did they all recover? They all
Yeah. They all
Just-
recovered.
just beaten black and blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a tough time. But you know, given inmates being inmates, we were praised for that.
Within the inmate community you're
Yeah,
talking about?
within the inmate community.
So you were basically like martyrs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened, and then I got moved from Fulham to Port Phillip, and then got to Port Phillip. All the boys already heard about it. You know, it's all over the news and whatnot. And then, you know, oh bro, that was sick, cool job. You know, from the other inmates. And
So
it's
you're
like-
automatically at a new prison up the top tier,
yeah,
respect-wise, because
Yeah.
of what you've done.
yeah.
So what was the ramifications of being involved in that for you personally?
For me, I ended up in the slot.
So the slot's like isolation. It's
yeah,
like
segregation.
segregate,
So
yep.
yeah,
So you're in a cell by yourself 24/7? No?
23/7.
So you get an hour for rec.
Yeah, you can get an hour out in the yard.
How long were you in there for?
I was in the Port Phillip one for 2 weeks, and then I got moved to Barwon, and then I was in Barwon.
You went straight to the slot in Barwon.
Yeah, straight to the slot in Barwon. I was there for a year, 4 months
Not in the slot you're talking about.
in the slot.
You're in the slot
Yeah,
for a year and 4 months.
yeah.
How the fuck what did that do to you mentally?
Made me quite stronger. Yeah, it really.
Is that normal for somebody to be locked up
That's nothing.
by yourself? Do you reckon?
That's nothing. These guys in there, they're still in there. You know, these guys in there have done 7 years in the slot. You know, countless years in the slot.
Surely they're more violent or more
Yeah, well, it's
higher risk than what you were.
heaps higher.
Yeah.
Heaps higher than what I've done.
Did you ever question the fact that you're in there for that long?
Nah.
You didn't miss Gen Pop?
Nah.
No?
It was hard at the start. And then I got used to it. I came one with my thoughts, you know. So
Do you reckon it was a good thing for you?
I reckon it was a great thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do to fill in the day?
Train, read, TV. I got a TV.
Oh, you got a
later on.
TV? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I earning my privileges and getting TV and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And stuff. What do we do? Not computers. You didn't.
No, not
no,
computers.
Not computers.
No, just TVs and books and
Yep.
newspapers and whatnot. Yeah.
Did you read a lot?
Yeah, I read a bit.
Yep.
Yeah, just to kill time. There was nothing educational about it. I just read magazines, whatever.
It's a long time to be by yourself.
It really
with
is.
the thoughts in your head, isn't it?
Yeah, done a lot of push-ups, a lot of sit-ups, a lot of squats,
Yeah.
a lot of training.
Does it get to the point though that monotony just is too? It just I mean, it's good to have routine. Obviously, that's about the only thing that you can do while you're in there.
Yeah.
Does it get to the point where you go, fuck, I don't want to fucking do any more sit-ups. I don't want to do any more push-ups.
Oh yeah.
I want something else. I want to see.
Yeah.
You know, you only seen the sunlight 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah.
You know.
So I started off with 1 hour a day. I ended up working up to get 3 hours a day.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was able to do a full training.
But you're still in isolation.
Still in isolation.
You're like in a cage.
Yep.
Yeah. Just by yourself.
By myself. But then in Barwon, Melaleuca unit, there's other yards. So you got a boxing yard, you got a treadmill yard,
Okay.
you got a weights yard and all that. So you get to pick which yard you want to do for your day, and that's it. And so I ended up about 3 hours in the yard. So I was able to get an hour on the boxing, hour on the treadmill,
Yep.
hour on the weights.
We talked earlier about the antidepressants that you were taking.
Yeah.
When did you start doing those? And did that carry on, or was it a short term?
Yeah, I started doing that at the start of when I got to slot.
Yeah.
When I got to Barwon.
Did they suggest that it's something that you might need, or is it something that you requested?
It's something that I requested.
Yep.
Yeah.
You knew there was an onset of something.
Yeah.
You knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
Something needed to be fixed.
Something did need to be fixed, and I couldn't deal with it on my own.
Yep.
You know, and where I was that, I mean, I was pretty much, at the time, I was the only one who hasn't killed anyone there. I was the only non-murderer.
You're the only in that prison you're talking about.
Yeah, in that unit.
Oh, in that unit.
Yeah.
And they started you with an antidepressant.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah, worked for a bit. And then it got, as the more I was training, the more I didn't need it.
Okay.
And I didn't want my body to rely on it. So I got off it gradually.
Okay.
And then stopped it.
So
before I got out.
It helped you through that period.
Yes.
And as you say, once you got more exercise and you know things were starting to look a little bit rosier, did you know that your time was coming to an end?
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you counting down days? You counting down weeks?
No.
No. You're just dealing with day by day.
Day by day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I stopped counting when I was at Fulham because it was doing my head in.
Yeah.
And the days were going slower and longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just I just had an end date, and that was it. And I just took every day as it came.
So when did you eventually get out?
I got out when I was 24. Forgot what month. But yeah, I was 24, I got out.
Do you remember how the day went?
Went pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I haven't been in the vehicle for over a year. So even when I got in the vehicle to come home, partner at the time was doing like 60k. And in my head, I think she's doing 100.
It felt that way?
Yeah.
That would be weird,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was very weird.
How long did it take you to adjust to being home?
Oh, it took me probably a month. Yeah, 3 weeks to a month just to adjust.
What was the hardest part? Do you remember?
About being out
Yeah. Yeah.
was adjusting to reality. Just knowing that I have to get a job. You know, I need to sort out my responsibilities and priorities.
Did you have a clear sort of game plan of what you wanted to achieve?
No.
You didn't walk out of jail going, right, I need to get my shit together.
I knew I had to get my shit together, but I didn't know where to start. Yeah. So I just sort of played it out when I got out.
And your partner was there to help you?
Yeah,
at the time?
yeah. She was great help, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah. She was great emotionally.
Was there any visitation while you were in prison or not?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Once a week. Yeah. On the weekends. So you get Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Who came to see you? Your mum and dad?
Mum and dad, partner. Yeah, she came every weekend. Mum and dad came when they killed. My sister, brother, a few cousins, a lot of friends.
You look forward to those visits?
Oh, it was the closest thing about being outside. Like,
Yeah.
You know, it's the best thing about the visits was that normality, just being a human.
Yeah.
You know, when they come in, you feel like a human.
There's a lot of things that we take for granted in life, isn't
100%, yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't
all
realise.
those-
You don't realise until it's gone.
That's right. All those little things.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
So what's your first step when you get out of jail? What are you doing?
So just trying to regroup. Being a dad, obviously I had my second born before I went in, and then 6 months after she was born, I got locked up. So she didn't know me too well. She had her first birthday without me and all that.
She knew of you though, didn't she?
She knew of me.
Yeah.
She wasn't used to me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
A strange man in the house.
that's right.
What's going on?
Yeah. So, that was my aim, was to build a relationship with her.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you did.
Yeah. She was scared. She was very scared of me. But it took a while, but we got there.
Did you have any? Do you have your tattoos back then?
No.
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 So can I ask you about the one on your eye, the cross on your eye?
Oh, this one's from my last sentence. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get out. To be honest, so I was just like, who cares? I'll just do whatever.
And that's a prison tat.
Yeah.
What does it represent?
Nothing.
Nothing?
It's just a tat.
No?
Yeah. Just wanted to get it. I started off this, and I had a few others that I wanted to get on my face.
Yeah.
And then just start tattooing. Yeah. So I didn't think I was going to get out, to be honest.
Okay, well, so let's jump forward to that. So you got out at 24.
Yeah.
You've got a young daughter.
Yep.
What happens next, and what led you to get locked up again?
Had a young daughter. Ended up having another daughter, and then I was on the straight. Done an apprenticeship with plastering, with loco plastering, and then I was doing plastering for a few years, and then I went to construction and became a carpenter. Done my apprenticeship through them, through Viscon, and then I was doing great. Everything was going good. I was earning good money in construction with the union. And then COVID hit. And then lost a job. And then
You lost your job because of COVID straight away?
Yeah, a lot of us got let go.
Yep. Because I thought the construction industry actually didn't that keep going through COVID.
I think
I thought some of the union sites and that, like
Some
the
of
big
them
high
did.
rises and that.
Yeah, I think it was the tunnels and all that.
Where were you working when COVID
I was just
hit?
doing high rises.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, installing high rises, installing stairs and whatnot. Yeah.
Do you remember the day you got laid off?
Yeah, I was in Rosebud, building the aquatic centre over there.
And you had no idea it was coming?
I had an idea it was coming.
Yeah,
I just didn't
there
know
was
when.
talk. There was
Yeah.
talk, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk.
So what happened next?
Got let go and then needed money. So I fell back into the game. And then it started off
So that by the game you mean drug dealing?
drug dealing and all that, and criminal stuff and
Yep.
whatnot. So fell back into that, and it started off as trying to get income from there, and just ended up being another addiction, turned into an addiction.
Did your partner know what you were doing?
Oh, she had an idea.
Where did she think the money was coming from? Did you tell her that you were still working, or
No.
did she know what?
No, she
She knew you'd lost your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was still working. She was in the medical field.
Yep.
So
Well, she would have been flat out.
yeah,
Yeah.
she was plastic.
Yeah.
But and then just ended up in an addiction after that, trying to make an income out of it. And,
What were you addicted to again?
meth.
Again?
Yeah, meth again, and ended up in smoking heroin, GHB.
So basically, you're dealing and you're using. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
How'd they catch up with you? What happened?
I just got involved in a lot of criminal activity. Yeah, because when we didn't have the drug, we still had to make money. So, got involved in I don't know, just finding stuff and selling it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you doing burgs, or were you just what?
No,
No?
I just had other boys doing burgers, and then we just grab it off them and
Yep.
and sell it off and all that. Yeah. So
it's just trying to turn stuff into cash.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Pretty much just like a cash converter, just in the black market.
Do you think you would have ended up where you ended up if you weren't using?
No,
Do you think the using became the problem?
Using did become the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what caught up with you,
Yeah.
not the being caught for doing shit.
No. So all my criminal activity was drug based. I was under the influence.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're doing shit high,
Yeah. I was doing
thinking
shit
that you're
high.
bulletproof and invincible.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you are for a period.
You are for a very short amount of time.
Until you get caught up with.
Yeah.
So when did they catch up with you?
Caught up with me a few times.
During COVID? We're talking
Yeah,
about?
this was during COVID. I caught up with a firearms charge and all that.
Oh.
Yeah. So that happened. I was in there for about 3.5 months. Got out and ended up getting acquitted for it. And then got done for other things. Egberg. And
It's serious.
yeah, Egberg, police chase, possession of drugs.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
How's it feel now sitting here
yeah.
recalling this and talking about this?
Right now, where I'm sitting right now, I feel great. I couldn't be in a better place right now. Obviously, a few emotions still go by from past events, but no, I feel good. I'm sober.
Is there times when you have thoughts in your head and you cringe at what you've done
Yeah. Oh,
because you're ashamed or you feel embarrassed? Or
yeah,
you
embarrassed.
just,
Very embarrassed.
Yep.
Yeah. Very embarrassed. Very ashamed. Very disgusted.
So you went back in.
Yeah.
How long and you said to me previously that you didn't think you were going to get out.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get out because it was my third time in. My last.
So 3 strikes and you're out. Is that how it works? Is that
No.
or 3 strikes and you've got more time?
Yeah, they weren't going to let me out, and then, yeah, I just didn't think that they were going to let me out.
So how long were you in for?
I only done like 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do any stupid shit while you're in there?
Done a fair bit. Yeah, just a lot of fighting.
Were you still using
Yeah, I was using.
in jail?
Yeah, I was using jail. Yeah.
Okay, so there's got to be a catalyst.
Yeah.
The reason why you're sitting here now today is there was a catalyst. What was the catalyst? You know what the catalyst is, don't you?
What do you mean by catalyst?
The catalyst was there is a point where everything came to a head, where
Yeah.
something had to change,
Yeah.
or as you said, you might not get out, or you might be fucking dead.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what was the point? And when was it?
so it was at the end. I ended up in and out of the slot for fighting, and then the last time I was in the slot, just before I went in there, my uncle came and see me, Uncle Simi, and he came and he works for a counselling group called Cuddles, and he came in and he visited me on a professional visit, and told me about my journey and what he does and how he helps out, and given that he's my uncle, I had a bit of pull, and I had a bit of pull with him into that industry. So he came planting the seed. I wanted to change my life and all that, and he was going to help me get out of jail. And after I seen him, I still had a bit of issue back in the unit that I had to sort out, and I didn't want to drop, so I sorted out the issue in the unit, and I ended up getting slotted.
Okay, so this was a beef with somebody, was it? Is that what you're talking about, an issue?
Yeah.
Why did you have to take care of it?
Because it was either get them or they get me.
Okay.
So I'd rather get them.
Yep.
So I got that sorted, and because I had, I seen Uncle Simi when he come in, I was sort of right. I felt right to go back to the slot and sit there with my emotions.
Yep.
And try and get out from there. So. So I ended up in the slot, and then a lot of thoughts were running through my head if I was going to get out after this incident.
How old were you then? You would have been 30?
33.
33?
Yeah. So and then I was like, fuck, am I going to get out? Am I not going to get out? I had a lot of thoughts about hurting myself and all that, and trying to hurt myself. I mean, you're very limited to any access of anything in your slot.
Yep.
So
Well, there's a reason for that, isn't there?
that's right, yeah. But yeah, I was in there with a few good boys. They helped me get through it all. Done Christmas in there, New Year's, my birthday.
Yep.
But yeah, and as time went by, my court case came up, and then, you know, with everyone's help, especially Uncle Simi's, I was able to get out and go to rehab.
So straight from jail to rehab?
Straight from jail to rehab.
Where was rehab?
Rehab was at the Odyssey House in Lower Plenty.
Yep.
Yeah.
How long did you stay there?
I was there for a month.
It was a month long enough?
It's long enough for me. I thought I'd need longer, but it was all right to sort of build a foundation.
Yeah.
And to start my journey.
So ultimately, the first thing you're trying to do is you're trying to get clean.
Yeah.
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 And cold turkey, did you have to have? Were you weaning off stuff? Were you on methadone or?
No, I was on buprenorphine.
Yep.
Which is a substitute for heroin.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on that when I was inside. And then I went to...
So you're on heroin inside. So you're a heroin addict. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Were you injecting or smoking?
I was just smoking.
Just smoking?
Just snorting.
Well, because you don't have access to needles and stuff, obviously.
No.
Could you even think about... did that ever cross your mind about injecting?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You would have done it, or you've done it?
I would have done it if it was there.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was at the lowest point in my life. I didn't really care about
Yep.
what happened, you know, so... Yeah, I definitely would have done it if it was there.
You're still physically fit, though. You're still a big boy. You still got a lot of muscle on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still good.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been training for a long time. When I was in there, I was training a lot.
Yep.
So,
well, as you say, there's not a lot else you can do, is there?
No, but the training, the routine kept me sane.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what pretty much saved my life in there.
So a month in Odyssey House.
Yep, month in Odyssey House. Got kicked out.
Kicked out?
Yeah.
Why'd they kick you out?
They kicked me out for putting my hands on another person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in there. So I found out he was grouping the females and being disrespectful and all that.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah. And given my nature and my whatever,
Yeah.
I just felt like I had to go do something.
Yep.
So, yeah. Pulled him up, strangled him, slapped him, and then, yeah, he legged me. Into
Did
the
you
other
get in
council.
trouble for that?
Yeah, I got in trouble next day, and then they had to exit me.
But you didn't go back to jail. You didn't go to court.
Well, I thought I breached my bail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because of that.
Yeah, because of that, I thought I breached it, but because...
Oh, so you're out on bail.
Yeah.
For how long? How long was your bail period for?
My bail period was for the whole 6 months of being in Odyssey.
Okay, so you were supposed to be there in 6 months, for 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so they kicked you.
I was supposed to be there for 3 months and do another review to stay there for another 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after a month you get kicked out. What happens now? What does your uncle say? Is he disappointed in you already?
Nah, see, Uncle was... He was a little bit, but he was very understanding, you know. And he knows my nature and all that and why I done it. But it's, yeah, he's like... He kept telling me I just need to do things for myself instead of for others.
Yep.
He's a great man. But yeah, he was disappointed. But then I thought I was going to go back in. So Uncle drove me to the Dandenong police station.
Yep.
To let them know what happened, do the right thing, and I was sort of getting myself mentally ready
to go back in.
You know. So I put on my jail clothes that I got released in, and then we get there, and then, you know, it was just a shock that they wouldn't take me in because I didn't breach my bail. I didn't leave on my own accord. I got exited from them. So I didn't breach my bail at all.
Okay.
So I'm standing there and I'm like, man, I've got nowhere else to go. So I'm like, can you just put me in the cell until I've figured out somewhere where to go? And they're like, we can't actually lock you up here at all. It's against the law.
So where'd you go?
Uncle Simeon got on the phone to his wife, my auntie, and asked her if it's okay for me to come over, and then straight away, without a doubt, like, she just said, yeah, come over, his family.
Where were your mum and dad at this point? What were they
Mum and
doing?
dad were at home. Yeah, they were at home.
Yep. Did they know what was going on?
No.
No?
They had no idea. No one knew. Yeah, I didn't have any time to tell anyone.
Yep.
And then, and then Uncle Simeon and Auntie Sherry took me in, at their house, and I was there for about a couple of weeks, and then Hard Cuddles, the counselling group, gave me a house to stay at, and then I was staying there for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they set you up?
They set me up really nice. Yeah.
So what was your day, what were you doing during your day once you got set up there?
Once I got set up there, Hard Cuddles paid for my membership at Beast Fight Club.
Yep.
And then I was just going there. That was my thing, just training at Beast. And
Sorry, where was your partner and your did you see your partner and your children?
No.
No?
No.
You didn't want to, or you weren't
there was
allowed to?
There was a IVO against them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had an IVO against me.
Yep.
So, and same as my family as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So everybody's scared of you at this point.
They were scared, not at this point, but they were scared at what I was doing before I got locked up.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
So the AVOs came before you got locked up. It was like a process of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I got let out, and then nobody knew that I was getting out. I didn't even know I was going to get out, and then I ended up playing rugby for Frankston Raiders. Pretty much in the same month I got out.
Yep.
And then from there, I was training boxing at Beast Fight Club, and yeah, I was just sort of that was my thing. I was just working my way around.
We're only talking about like 2 years ago, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is all very fresh.
Very fresh, yeah.
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 So do you think that there was some point that you know that there was a change in you, that you said, I'm fucking sick and tired of this. I can't do this anymore. Did that happen, or is it just you've risen above who you were, and now you've got some sort of different purpose in life?
Yeah, well, that started when Uncle Simi visited me in jail. When he
That
came
was
in.
that point, yeah.
It was at that point where I was like, I'm done with all this. I want to. I need to change my life. If I get a chance to get out now, I'm taking it with both hands.
But you said that then, and then you fucked up at Odyssey House.
Yeah, that was the hardest part.
And you knew you fucked up, didn't you?
100% I knew I fucked up. I thought I was doing the right thing. Protecting whatever.
The females on it. Yeah.
But it wasn't the right thing to do at that time. Was to tell someone, notify the staff. Or
yeah, exactly, and not take it on yourself.
Yeah, but that's what that's what I was used to.
Yeah,
was just
of
doing
course.
it that way. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but obviously violence is not the answer.
Violence is never the answer.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so was boxing part of this journey to be a better version of you? Is this giving you some purpose in life?
Yeah, it's given me a good purpose in life, great purpose in life.
Have you ever boxed before?
No, I just trained.
Yep.
Trained, done a lot of sparring, but I never competed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when did that start? When did you start? When was your first fight?
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah, it was about a month after I got out. Yeah, I was training, and then Andre, my boxing coach at the time, was asking if I wanted to fight in this inner club thing, and I was like, yeah, sweet, we'll do it. And the guy was massive. He was a unit. He was taller than me.
How'd the fight go?
It was hard. Yeah.
Were you fit? Were you fit enough to fight?
I thought I was fit.
Yeah, don't we all?
Yeah, I thought I was fit. And then, the crowd and all that. And
yeah. Nervous?
Yeah, nerves, all the nerves, man.
Yeah.
And then, I was just swinging for dear life. The way I trained and sparred before that looked better than the actual fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Did you win?
Yeah, I won.
Oh, awesome. TKO or KO?
Yeah, TKO.
TKO?
Yeah. So he stopped it in the third round. I was just swinging for dear life. Yeah, throwing all the haymakers and.
So these people that you're fighting.
Yeah.
So you're an amateur fighter.
Yeah.
Is there any money involved? Is there any purses?
No.
There's no money to be made?
No, there's no money. It was just trophies and medals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you fought for any sort of belt or any title yet?
No.
It's just been fighting other people in your... It goes on weight, is that correct?
Yeah, my weight division.
Yep.
Yeah.
What sort of weight are you at the moment? What sort of...
heavyweight.
What's your fighting weight? Heavyweight, which is what, is it over a certain...
It's not... 91 and over.
Oh, is that right? So that's not a lot.
It's not a lot at all.
A lot.
But then they just created this new division, the Bridgerweight, which is like 95 or 91 and 100, in between 91 and 100.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So you're heavyweight. You're boxing with the big boys.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough because you're a fucking you're a big boy.
I thought I was a unit until I've seen the division, and man, there's a lot of big boys in there. Yeah.
Is there anybody that you'd be scared to fight?
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
You've
fear
still got
fighting
that
all-
trepidation, that fear of failure, or the fear of not being able to, is all you want to do is knock them out when you get in there?
Yeah, that's all I want to do. It's quick and easy, but that's a great way to finish it. But being in this game, I know that it's always good to showcase some skills that you've developed during your camp.
How many rounds are you generally fighting?
4 now.
Four, and they're 3-minute rounds.
4 3-minute rounds. Yeah,
And for anybody who hasn't boxed, that's quite a bit of effort.
that's a lot of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you've got to be very, very fit, physically fit,
Yeah.
as well as have the technical skills.
Yeah, technical skills and the mental calmness, so to say.
You say mental calmness,
Yeah.
even though that you want to go knock the guy's block off.
Yeah.
How do you feel going into a fight? What's going on in your head?
Everything
Yeah.
is going on in my head. My performance, my fitness, my power, just everything.
Yep.
Just him knocking me out, me knocking him out, me gassing.
Have you always got a game plan? Have you always got a plan going into a fight? Or is it just, let's get in there and see what's going on?
There is a game plan.
Yep.
That I'm still learning how to try and stick to it.
It's so easy not to stick to it, isn't it?
It's so easy to fall off track.
Well, so you fought last night, Friday night, sorry.
Friday night, yeah.
Today's Sunday.
Yep.
You won.
Yeah.
TKO in the second round.
Second round, yes.
How's the body feeling today?
Feeling good.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've recovered well from it?
Yeah.
Did he inflict any harm on you during the fight?
Not much.
No?
Not much. He rocked me once. It was a hit. It wasn't a powerful hit, but it was right in the button.
Yeah? Where's the button?
Just right here.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just right here on the temple.
Yep.
Yeah, he got me there. It was a crisp shot, and then, that rocked me. But, stay composed and just kept fighting.
So did you stick to your fight plan last night? Friday night?
Not so much.
What happened? What happened and why?
Fitness.
Yeah?
Fitness happened, and emotions, a lot of emotions, happened with the passing of my dad.
Yeah, mate. Sorry to hear about that, mate.
No, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, well, going into a fight after that happening, you're going to have an array of emotions that have welled up inside you.
Oh yeah.
And they just all came out.
Yeah, it all came out in like splurs, just little dosage.
Yeah.
It came out, but when it came out, I couldn't. Like, it took me a while to stay composed after that.
Okay.
Like,
Hard to control it.
very hard to control, but I just had to, wait until I came to, and then just try and stay composed. But then when I was on, it was on. Like, as soon as I landed, I just kept going. But I was just throwing it for the sake of it. It wasn't really, there was no technical behind it or nothing.
But the job got done.
Job got done.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's happening next? What's up for you next? You've got another fight booked?
Not booked. They're just it's booked. It's not 100% booked. They're just waiting for my okay.
You're okay?
Yeah.
What's that?
They're waiting for
you to say, okay, I want to fight them?
Yeah, waiting for me to say yes.
Okay, so somebody's approached you for a fight.
Yes.
They know what they're getting in for?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know who?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I know who it is. Don't want to announce it yet.
No, for sure. Yeah. You don't. There's no need to.
Yeah.
Is it something? Are you confident about fighting this particular fighter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm very confident.
Do you think it's going to be a challenge or a walkover?
I think it's going to be a great challenge.
Yep.
Yeah. He's number 6 in Australia. So
Amateur?
no, professional.
Oh, so he's a professional. You're going to box. Is this the first professional that you've boxed?
No, this has been my 5th.
Okay, so you're not an amateur. You're a professional.
Yes.
Right. So you are getting paid.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm getting paid. Yes.
Right. Okay. That's all right. I thought you were still amateur boxing. That's all
No,
right.
yeah.
I know. So professional. So if you beat this guy, does that mean? So where are you ranked at the moment? Do you know where you're ranked?
I think I'm 27, 26.
27 in your. So it's age and weight, or is it just weight class?
Weight class.
So there's younger guys and older guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy that you're boxing, same age, younger?
I think he's
Older?
same age.
Yeah.
I think so. I just know that he's taller.
And if he's number 6 and you beat him,
Yeah.
that's going to bump you up on the rankings. It's not going to drop him straight down and you up to 6, is it?
No,
It doesn't work that way.
No.
Okay.
But it'll definitely bump me up.
But it's not for a title. It's just for rankings.
Yeah, just for
Yep.
rankings, yeah.
And it'll be fought here in Melbourne?
No, Newcastle.
Oh, really? You're going to travel
Yeah,
to fight? Is that
yeah.
that's the first time you've done that?
No, it'll be second. I travelled for the amateur.
Okay. Where'd you go there? Where'd you
I
fight?
went to Sydney.
Yep.
Yeah, and fought a Tongan guy who looked very small on the photos. That was a lot bigger than me. Yeah.
So had you seen any fight? You seen any video? Do you do any,
No, I couldn't. There was nothing of him.
there was nothing of him?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was like, I had nothing to go off.
Do you think the guy that you're going to fight next has seen some of the videos from Friday night?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you'd definitely be seeing something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think you'd be worried after that performance?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I think he'll be pretty confident. I was pretty gassed. Yeah. My camp was going good and then went sideways when Dad passed. So.
Okay, so what have you learnt from that fight? I mean, obviously the situation was unique because of what's happened recently.
Yeah.
You're talking about being gassed, which means basically you're running out of oomph.
Yep.
Your cardiovascular is going to start lacking because you're just throwing too many punches and not sticking to a game plan.
Yeah.
So what do? Do you work more on cardio? Is that because I've seen you train in the gym?
Yeah.
And I've seen you do cardio and you're putting in a lot of work.
Yeah.
How much of that that cardio work takes up your training? Like, is it 50-50 cardio bag work, or is it?
It's about 50-50.
Yeah?
Yeah. 50. So I do that stuff like probably 3 times a week, and then a lot of it's just bag work, pad work, sparring work, in-house sparring and out-house sparring.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to our latest episode of Luid's State of Mind. Don't forget to head to our website, luidsstateofmind.com, for all our previous podcast episodes and, of course, our famous merch. We've just released a new range of merchandise and there's something for everyone. So head to luidsstateofmind.com and buy something today. So you reckon it's fair to say that boxing's helped save your life?
I reckon it's safe to say it's part of it. I believe hard cuddles have really helped me save my life.
Can you outline for us exactly what they've done for you?
They've given me a house to stay. They've taught me. They've given me options and ways of how to hone my own emotions and self-reflect. Outlets. They've helped me out with outlets, other ways of outletting. Just really be one with myself and do things for myself instead of for others. I've had a really bad decision making on who to help, and me changing my life for this or for that or for this person, for that person. I've never really changed my life for myself. So they've really helped me do that for myself.
So what are we now? We're about, 2.5 years clean, sober,
Yeah.
straight and narrow?
Not clean, sober. I've had some fallbacks. Yeah, I've had 2 fallbacks, to be honest.
Do you understand how it happened, how and why it happened?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you understood what led up to it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely understood it.
And you've dealt with that? Have you?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I've definitely had help dealing with it. Hard cuddles have definitely helped me out as well.
Yep. And this is on an ongoing basis. You're dealing with them. Is that?
No,
correct?
not as much now. but they're always just a phone call away. But I don't call them for a session. It's just calling, how you doing? Just just talk as mates, as brothers, and and I'll call them all my uncles.
Yep.
They're definitely
One of them is your uncle, isn't it?
Yeah. One of them is my
Uncle Simi.
Uncle Simi, yeah.
Yeah, we've got the Hard Cuddles website up there on the screen there.
Yeah.
So that's Simi on the right hand side, is it?
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Who's the guy in the middle?
That's James Harding.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is he the founder?
He's the founder.
Yep.
Yeah. Founder of Hard Cuddles, and then you got Daniel Corsetti there.
Who's he? He's
He's
one of the founders as well.
No, one of the counsellors.
Okay.
For the group, yeah.
So if we have a look, if you scroll down there, Maddie, sorry, I called you thing. Our mission is to provide a program that re-engages humans with emotional balance, clarity, and self-belief. The program enables a Hard Cuddles client the opportunity to work through various levels of personal growth, mentoring, counselling, workshops, and retreats, all of which promote a healthy level of connection with the true self and a deeper understanding of one's well-being. To provide an alternative process that teaches people how to move through challenges and reevaluate what's important in life.
That's right.
That's exactly what you've been through.
Yeah.
Exactly what you've just been through, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't even know they said that. Oh, yeah.
So where do you think you're at right now as far as the journey's concerned? Like if you were going to give me an honest assessment of where you sit personally as a human, right now, what would it be? How would you assess yourself?
I don't know how to explain your question.
Yeah. What I'm asking is evaluate like on a scale of 1 to 10 or emotionally where you're at personally at this point right now.
At this point right now, I feel that I'm very strong. I feel I just have a stronger state of mind right now, just of what to do. Very confident what to do. I know what I want.
Well, what do you want? Tell me what you want.
What I want is... you got me on the spot there.
It's all right, take your time.
Yeah.
I didn't mean... I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
I just want to know what's going on in your head.
Yeah. Still trying to figure that one out.
Yep.
But what I want... More challenges. Because it's all these challenges that have helped me get through it all.
So you think you need these goals to be set?
Yeah.
Like boxing, a new person to fight.
Yeah.
That's going to give you focus. Yeah. And it's going to give you purpose.
Well, that was the greatest challenge I could give myself, because it's not only just the boxing; it's the lifestyle of it.
Yep.
The mental game, being mentally strong, mentally fit, physically fit. The lifestyle, the eating, the training, the
structure and the routine.
The structure and the routine, 100%. And then I love the whole lifestyle of boxing. It's a great, it's a great sense of discipline.
Can I ask you personally about the violent tendencies? Have they? Is it still prevalent? Is it still something that you're trying to quell? Is it something that rises up easily in you?
No.
How have you managed those feelings? How have you managed to contain it?
Contain it. So Hard Cuddles has this thing of cold water therapy. Yep. Which is
like ice bath. We're talking ice bathing, or is it?
Yeah, it's like that, but it's in the ocean.
Okay.
So when I got out from rehab, that's what I was doing from day one, was waking up in the morning, go to the ocean at like 6 a.m. during winter.
Yep.
And just being in there for 10 minutes, becoming one with yourself, just letting that pain hit you, and then eventually it just subsides. So just like a thought, let that thought come, let it hit you, go through it, and then eventually it'll just...
Instead of reacting.
Yep. That's right. Just sit with your emotions and just let it soak and deal with it. So it's the same thing like when I go in the ocean. Just you know, you got all that coldness, but then eventually your body will regulate.
Yep.
You know, and you just become one with the ocean. And it was the greatest therapy. But when I first got there with Uncle Simi, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Yep.
Like, what the hell? Like, I was better in bed. But then as soon as I hit that water, it just hit me. It got me. And then I started doing it with Uncle Danny and then Uncle James.
Isn't it amazing how something as simple as that,
Yeah.
as you say, can give you some sort of clarity to make things wash over you?
Yeah.
Like the emotion of anger.
100%. Yeah.
And it's that simple as just letting go.
That's
isn't
right.
it?
Yeah.
What else are you doing to manage your existence at the moment and keep everything on a level, you know, a level kill?
Sometimes when thoughts are getting too out of control or starting to spiral out of control, I go and get some Valiums.
Yep.
Yeah, so I drop one of those just to.
Is that happening on a regular basis?
No, not on a regular basis.
That's prescribed, isn't it?
Yep.
Is that something that Hard Cuddles condone?
Yeah.
That's something that they it's part of the toolkit to help you deal with what you
Yeah,
need to deal with.
it's an option. Yeah,
Yep.
it's definitely an option. Just to, you know, there's no harm, there's no shame in doing it. Just to keep yourself contained.
What's the hardest part about your existence at the moment? You've got a lot of things going for you, and things are going well. What's the hardest part? What's the worst thing you've got to deal with?
Temptation.
Yep.
Yeah, because obviously it's still around and all that. In seeing people from the past.
That's not a good thing?
No, it's not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing.
Okay.
To be honest, only because like they're gonna be popping around here, there, everywhere, and you know it's how you want to deal with it. What's your, you know, what am I gonna do?
Yep.
Am I gonna invite myself back into it, or am I just gonna say hi and bye? You know, so yeah, I say hi and bye to a lot of them.
Okay.
And that's it, and then that's where I just leave it at. Yeah.
So you've got a bit of a toolkit going on to deal with certain situations and, as you say, temptations.
Yeah.
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 And then you've got obviously your boxing, your training.
Yeah.
Are you working at the moment?
No.
No?
So I do boxing full time.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously that's you need good sponsorship for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
a constant battle, isn't it?
It is. It is very constant battle. So it's but it's all right. It's something, you know, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's you know, if the journey was easy, like everyone would be an angel. So
Exactly.
yeah.
So how are the relationships going with your mother and father and your partner and your the mother of your kids?
Yep.
And your kids?
Yep.
How's all that panned out? How's that?
It's going good.
Yeah.
It's going very good, especially with mum and dad and my sister, my brother. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer by the day.
It's great.
Yeah,
Great to
especially
hear.
my kids.
Yep. You're spending time with your kids?
Spending a lot of time.
Yep.
With the kids. Their mum, she's a great lady. We're very amicable. Yeah, we cooperate, coexist, very good.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Man, fuck, sometimes it's hard in those situations.
Sometimes it's hard, but
Yep.
I'm very blessed that
Yep.
she's still part of my life as well. So yeah, she's a great human. Yeah, she's a great mother. She's been able to mother the kids the whole time I was away and while I was in the game. So yeah, she's done a great job.
Well, it sounds like you're surrounded by a good bunch of people. You've got a
Yeah.
great family. You've got the guys at the foundation to help you out. Foundation? Yeah.
At the counselling group.
Yep.
Yeah. So they've been great. I've got great family support as well.
It sounds like it.
Extended
It sounds
family.
like, yeah. And that's a great thing about being Samoan, as you say, is that that family unit, that family support.
100%.
You know, and it's big. You know, it's a big part of your life.
Oh, big part. Yeah.
So looking forward, obviously you've got a fight coming up. It's not you haven't locked it in just yet.
No.
So are you still dealing day to day? Is that how you're mentally dealing with the situation that you have at the moment? Is it take one day at a time, or is it hey, let's lock some stuff down and then I can target and work towards that?
Yeah, I have my goal set, but I do take it day at a time. I set the goals, and then I just take every day as it comes.
Yep.
But I still have that main goal that I'm aiming for. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it's but I use the tools that I've created for myself.
Yep.
And that and all the help that Cuddles have given me to sort of help guide me through those. Yeah.
So, question for you, mate.
Yeah.
If you could go back and tell 15-year-old you a bit of advice,
Yep.
what would you say?
Nothing.
No, you wouldn't say anything?
No.
Why?
I wouldn't change my past
No?
at all. No. I haven't had a great past, but it's made me the person I am today.
It's a journey. It's part of the journey.
That's right.
I wasn't implying that what has happened to you is a bad thing, but I think the way that you answered that was perfect because, I mean, everybody's journey is different.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own path to go down, and everybody's got their own destiny.
Yeah. But, yeah, my past is, it's not great, like I said, but it's helped me be the man I am today.
Okay, so going forward, obviously you've got hopefully another fight coming up. What's something else you want to tick off a list in life?
In life, just give mum and dad something they've like. Give them something to be proud of.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're proud of me now, and I know that, and I feel that. But I want to give them more. You know, that's my aim. You know, a lot of the stuff I am doing it for myself.
Well, as we talked about, part of the reason why there's been these problems is that you've been caring about everybody else instead of taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
You know, emotionally and physically, and so that's been a bit of a downfall.
Yeah.
How do you think you're going personally on taking care of yourself? You know,
I think I'm going good. Yep. I think it's going good. Yeah, and I'm not jumping the gun or not much, you know, or anything like that yet. So, you know, I do think out of impulse a lot of the time, but then I reflect on that and be like, hang on, what, you know, is it really gonna work or is it not? So sometimes what I think doesn't make sense when I say it out loud.
Yep.
Sometimes what I say out loud doesn't make sense. It doesn't match what I'm thinking.
Yep.
So yeah, I sort of try and use the two, think of it,
yep.
say it, and if it doesn't sound right, and regroup and reflect, do it again.
Well, now you've got the hindsight and the tools to be able to do that, and to recognise it. You know, which is part of being a human and growing up and you know, going through life. Yeah. So, mate, thank you very much for telling your story today.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me.
I really appreciate what you've done. I hope whoever's going to listen to this, you know, can take something away from it to learn, to understand. Mate, you've led a full life. You're only 35. Yeah. You've still got a lot to go. Yep. The story's probably only half written.
That's right.
But as I said, I really appreciate your time today to tell us the journey so far. We look forward to seeing you in the ring again. Yep. And if anybody wants to sponsor you, we'll put some details up on the podcast to get in contact with you. So, because mate, you've got a bright future, you know, and it's great to see you in the ring. It was great to see you win the other night. Yep. And I hope you get many more wins and more successes in your life.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate you, Brendan. Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you for your time. And, thank you for letting me express my story on your show.
Mate, it's been my pleasure.
No worries. Thank you very much.
That's a wrap, mate.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in and for your time. You know the vibe, I'm steady living until I die. It's a loose state of mind and we showed you that. Keep it authentic and real, I hope you coming back. Hey, make sure that you subscribe, cause we got it popping all the time and it's going down. If you wanna elevate, wanna live a better life, keep it locked here. You know it's a loose state of mind, let's go.